this portion of the next segment we're going to talk about now is based on the word upgrade. We are going to take a couple of designs and we're going to add components to them to show our customers and our clientele how we upgrade an arrangement. There are times and stuff, the beautifulness of all this design, for example, is quite wonderful, but it's not for everyone. It is probably, substantial for somebody's party, their wedding or something, very low and very classic. But someone else may see it and say, well, it needs something else. I'd like to take it up a notch. But that's where the word upgrade comes in. So we're going to take the same arrangement that we have here, and we're going to add a few things. We have the white daisies that have been paved across the top of this wonderful bamboo box. And we're going to add a little bit of texture and a little more color to it, a little whimsy. So with the daisies, we're going to use these Crispidia stems, the bright yellow, we'll pick up the yellow that's actually in the daisy. So what we're going to do, we're just going to add a few of these into the design. And we're going to just have fun by playing with how things are going to be conceived as a new technique or new trend, basically, with negative space. Negative space, as we all know, is the distance between the floral part here and the floral part at the other time. So you have two areas that you have to consider with it. So they have to work together, but they also have to be separate as well. So we're just trimming these Crispidia to a certain stem length. And then we're going to keep inserting, give it a little bit of texture. And we keep working till we feel what we want to make, get something unique. And this good thing about this, we're going to have a little bit of fun with it because we're going to take these in different heights to create a little bit of interest in the design itself. We take multiple stems just to create a little bit of interest. And it shows off the interest of the product as it is. Adding a few extra stems to upgrade it. Now we can also bring a few other pieces down a little bit lower to let the color carry from the bottom where the daisies have the yellow center all the way to the top of the Crispidia as it floats up above the arrangement that we have here. And there you have it. So that is one upgrade. Now, someone else may see this and decide, this is still good, but I'm looking for something a little else. They could come to the flower shop and they may have seen these beautiful yellow, bright sunflowers because they know the shape of this flower and the shape of the daisy is very similar. So they think, how would that work together? So that's where, as a creative designer, we think, let's see if we can make this work for them. So we're going to remove these lovely Crispidia buttons here. We're going to leave the ones that are shorter ones in the bottom. We're going to remove a few stems because we're still upgrading. Now, if we're upgrading, because the cost involved to upgrade from this is an inexpensive flower here, as well as the Crispidia, sunflowers can be a little more expensive. But they give you a price point, so you work around the price point. So some things may have to be sacrificed. So we're going to, in this case, we're not going to, if you were starting from scratch, you probably would if you were working with a shop that you could actually take from the scratch and start working up, you probably would not use as many of these daisies. So we're just going to remove them for the demonstration right now. We're just going to move a couple of stems here and there. And this places that I'm going to remove these are where the actual sunflower is going to be used. So we're going to take the sunflowers, we're going to trim them down a little bit, and we're going to add the sunflowers in the basing as we've done with the daisies. You cut the stems short, put them in the spaces where you've removed the cost of the daisies. And then one more. I'll take this one out right here, sorry. And then we're going to add this one down into the base. And we have another upgrade. We're going to add back a few of these. And we're just going to create the design. It's going to make this a little more interesting by using some of this Crispidia to be used in other locations. And we're going to weave this in and around to secure them, to hold them in place. There are times you can take Crispidia because the stem is very, very flexible. You can see you can bend it just a little bit. And sometimes you can let this sit out and have the water dehydrate a little bit. It even makes it more flexible. But these stems are pretty fresh, so it's not necessary to do that. So we're going to insert a few of these. And we're going to end up creating a little interest with the design idea here. And we tie those together. Oh, sorry. Okay. And then here, a few extra there just to create a little interest. Okay, and there you have it. So this is an upgrade based on starting at one price point, going all the way to the third price point. So this is happiness for sunflowers.